do, folks? How you doing? Just a quick one. Well, how's about all the dumb folks, eh? Jesus Christ, falling for all the shit. In all honesty, I have, obviously, as you can imagine, I've just been constantly mouthing the word, you stupid fuck, over and over again. But we do have to put a but in, I suppose. We do have to at least acknowledge the criminal genius of the New World Order. And I've tried to think about it, and like, what they're showing us, or what they're showing the people that are looking, is it's all theatre, as we can see, because we can see through it. And these indoctrinated fools who can't even look at a piece of paper that shows in absolute fact that what they've just been going through the last 2 years was bollocks, you can't really blame them for falling for this shit. After all, like, I tried to think about it before I woke up to this bollocks. I had to ask myself, would I have fallen for it before? And the answer is yes, because of the criminal genius of the New World Order. And it is absolute genius. You couldn't ask yourself the question, if you was one of these dumb fucks, if this could be bullshit. I mean, you're watching CGI and Hollywood clips out of Hollywood films, basically, and they're putting it on the news as if it's really happened. You wouldn't question it, would you? I mean, you're seeing tanks blown up and such like, and you couldn't sit there for a minute, I don't think, and put the logic into it of like this war machine that Russia is supposed to be. It's had the world quaking at its boots for decades and supposedly holding back the might of the West for decades. Yeah, it can't take care of Ukraine. You know, we can believe like the weapons of mass destruction that they come out with over Iraq, and we can believe that America went rolling through, bringing fairness and justice to a ravaged country, and they just ploughed through it in fucking days with zero resistance. But Russia's struggling with Ukraine. And we're supposed to believe that they can't take a couple of little fucking cities with all this military might they've got. You know, we're talking, I don't know, does anybody know how many warplanes they're supposed to have, how many warships they're supposed to have, how many submarines, and etc, 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 how many missiles they've got stockpiled, and and what Russia have got, Molotov cocktails apparently. That's okay, they're heroes for throwing petrol bombs, yet the Palestinians were terrorists for throwing them. Yeah, and Northern Ireland, they were terrorists for throwing them. When you look around, and everybody always that's been classed as a terrorist is just fighting what bullshit that the West has put upon them, and it is always the West. We can forget about Lebanon, Libya. I mean, Lebanon a long time ago, most people have already forgotten about it, but Libya, Yemen, Iraq, Iran, all of the shit that the West caused throughout the world for years and years and years, decades and decades, the millions of people, the hundreds of bombs that are dropped every single day by the West, every single day, hundreds of fucking rockets, bombs, missiles, death and destruction, thousands of people being killed on an ongoing basis, counting up to billions of people over this time. Yet just because some dumb cunt's been social engineered to now feel for Ukraine, everybody is going to fall for it. And like I say, you can't really blame them for falling for it. One, because they're fucking idiots. Two, because they've been created to be idiots, and they haven't got the brain power to say, hang on a minute, what's going on here? There's not at all. You're seeing all the pictures of the fucking Ukrainian Prime Minister with his, or present Prime Minister, I don't even know which it is, with his, first of all, with all his fucking devil worshipping fucking Luciferian shite, Illuminati hand signals with his triangles and 3/6s, and all the pictures and video footage of him being just another gay actor, another gay fucking, not that I care about sexuality, but it's a fact. But he's there prancing around in his fucking leotards and such like, giving it all the hand signals and acting a plonker, and then all of a sudden, fuck me, it's leader of a country. Yeah, placed there by America, no less. As per usual, eh? We can't work out the theatrics in our own fucking country en masse. How can we work out the theatrics in another fucking country? People are fucking stupid. People are fucking stupid. It is quite bizarre, but they are just going to keep falling for it over and over and over and over again. It's bizarre. Now, from our side, we actually got a bit of cognitive thought, the natural instinct, I think it must be the natural instinct to question known liars. It's like, I know you lie to me all the time, but yeah, I'm going to believe this one. And what sort of fucking idiot does it take? A brainwashed idiot, obviously. Stockholm syndrome, absolute Stockholm syndrome, subjected to MK Ultra permanently on an ongoing basis because they can't switch the fucking telly off for 2 minutes. But it's not just the telly, is it? It's the internet as well. I keep getting this shit come up on my Facebook group, on my Facebook page, and about Lad Bible on my feed, showing me all this Lad Bible. Well, I realised a couple of years ago that Lad Bible was government run, with it all its fucking updates, daily updates on coronavirus, and every live MP that ever spoke about the fake fucking virus was live always on Lad Bible. So that made me realise, and now you're seeing it just the same. And all the idiots that fucking just go up down there, you know, it's all jokes, it's all fun until until there's an agenda, and then you believe everything you're reading on a fucking joke page. It's pretty much the same genre as the news, entertainment. If you look on Companies House at any of the news corporations, they're all lodged down as entertainment corporations because they're not doing news, and neither is the internet. So don't fall for the internet any more than you'd fall for BBC and CNN, because it's all fucking bollocks. It's all bollocks. And hopefully most of the folks here will get that. It's just unfortunate there are a bunch of fucking idiots out there that make up the majority of the fucking world. Shame, but is what it is. What can you do? Faced with plonkers. Or you try and tell people, and I've found myself shouting about this Ukrainian one. Hang on a minute, didn't I learn years ago not to try and overcome the brainwashing of MK Ultra, and not to try and put some logic and intelligence into these fucking idiots? It's impossible, it's illogical, and I need to snap out of it. It's fucking stupid, it really is. You can't teach the idiots this sort of shit. You can't. It's either you're going to wake up or you're fucking not. And we have got to keep an handle on the wordplay as well. I mean, saying the word wake up and woken, but they already stole the word woke, didn't they? And now they put woke out there with a totally different meaning, derogatory of course. So all of the woken, and those that I would always call woke, just because they stole the fucking word, it don't mean I should stop using it. But maybe I'm telling people things that or telling people inaccuracies if they believe in that version of woke. But by woke I mean fucking not stupid, can see through this bollocks, realise that it's all fake. Literally everything is fake. The news is delivering CGI, like I said, news clips, film clips, and they're delivering it as truth about what's really going on, when really just the slightest little bit of cognitive thought would tell you that if Russia, this huge war machine, really wanted to barrel through Ukraine, it would have done it by now. it would have done it by now. It's all theatre, and it's going to continue to be theatre. And I'm seeing these people saying that they're siding with Putin. Well, that's just as fucking stupid, because it's all theatre. It's all theatre. He's one of them too, playing the good guy at the minute, or the bad guy, whichever side of woke you are. It's just a game. It's just a game. He is one of them. He is pitting in the same pot as them. They all piss in the same pot, every one of them. They are world stage actors. Actors. Just like North Korea, it's always just been a secret fucking state where the New World Order can get this shit done, where they can, in fact probably that's where they was really working on things like COVID and such like. That's a guess, and that is just a guess, because secret states don't let any secrets out, do they? Whereas they tell you Wuhan, China, well, I'm sorry, but even though China is a controlled state, word can still get out from there, but it couldn't from North Korea and evidently Ukraine. You've got people actually in Ukraine scratching their heads going, what? It's not happening, it's not happening. And then you've got other people, and I know somebody who runs a group and is putting out there to everybody, I've got a friend who's personally asking for help in Ukraine, saying the atrocities that the Russians are, what the fuck? And I don't believe he's a full-on shill. I don't believe he's working for the government. So it only leaves one other thing, virtue signalling. It's like, oh, let's get some likes, let's get some money sent in. Yeah, I'll send them this, I'm going to send you a load of money. And it's probably all this shit. Loads of people are going to be earning loads of fucking money at the minute, because that's what war does. Whenever there's war, billionaires are created. Every war, billionaires are created. The loss of life is worth a lot of money when you're on the side of the agenda. So yeah, just be careful, or pick your side. If you want to earn a lot of money, just start shouting about Ukraine and how sad it is, I suppose, and start make a charity. Get a charity going. I suppose you could always say you're doing this charity for the war-torn areas, so you can send the poor and afflicted loads of money to help them. And then when you've got all these loads of money, and you can, I've tried my arse off to find anybody affected by war, and yeah, I figure that's fucking me. Have you seen the price of petrol? Are you affected by war? And there's another thing, the price of fuel. I mean, I ain't got the exact figures in my head, because it just is what it is. I don't pay that much attention, but I was reading something earlier which showed the figures of was it 2014, and the figures of price per barrel of oil. Now the price for barrel of oil in 2014 was more than it is today, higher than it is today, yet the fuel at the pumps, that's when it hit £1, and that was disgusting. But that was due to the price of the oil and the barrel. Now the price of oil on the barrel is lower than 2014, and the world full of dumb cunts is truly believing that because of a war in Ukraine, we're now heading towards a couple of quid a fucking litre. A couple of quid. Well, the people that do that is, personally, I have my own fuel. What can I say? I don't do that shit. I don't partake in the world as most people do. I'm my own man, and I live by my own rules. I do no harm. I live by the law, the true law, not the legal, not the corporate legal, not the contracts. I don't operate under those contracts. I'm a man, I'm an evidence man. My status is corrected and I live correctly. But what can I say? Most people just line up for a bit more butt fucking. But hey, as far as status is concerned, unchainedremedy.com, we're always there to talk to you, and trusts obviously to protect your assets, private trusts. But what can we say? If you're going to keep believing the bollocks, you're always going to be stuffed, aren't you? Folks are running away from all sorts at the minute, but one thing's for sure, the economy's getting collapsed. It's going to be collapsed. Bank accounts are going to be rifled. You're going to lose your monies. That's not fear porn, that's fact. They did a test bed on that in Cyprus many years ago. I was actually in Cyprus at the time, and I watched what they did when they closed down the banks, and it was absolutely fucking bizarre to actually see it from inside. I'm sure the world got the propaganda version of it, but the reality of it is, one day people woke up and the banks were closed. No warning. The bank machines were switched off, the cash machines everywhere were switched off, the credit card machines were switched off. There was no spending any form of electronic digital money. It was only cash, only cash. And because most folk are dumb fucks, all the cash was in the bank. So nobody could use anything. People were queuing outside the banks for absolutely ages, weeks and weeks and weeks, standing in queues, taking in turns, having the dinners brought down to the queue, just standing there in queues at the main doors and at queues at the cash point, just hoping that they're going to be switched on one day. And people just standing there, starving, fucking, nobody cared. The governments didn't care. They did not care. People are stupid. And as soon as it opens back up again, people were so fucking eager and happy that it had opened back up again. They was happy to lose all the fucking money that the governments took off them, calling it a bail-in as opposed to a bail-out. And it was all bollocks. It was just theft, pure theft. Well, this time round, I don't believe the banks will open back up again when they close down. I don't believe there will be anything there for people. Now, folks running, yeah, I want to put my money into gold, I want to put my money into silver and this, that and the other. And I have told people what I think before. Put something in, whatever you've got spare that you don't need, because it's of no fucking use whatsoever while there's a shutdown. Because you imagine going to the shop, hello, I need a loaf of bread, I'm fucking starving. Yeah, cash only. Oh, I ain't got cash, but have you got change for gold? If you want to buy anything whatsoever in a world crippling event, what you need to buy is bread and water, foodstuffs, animals, or anything like that. You can't buy that with gold and silver. And even if you was buying a fuck ton of animals that you was going to keep alive until you're ready to slaughter them one by one to eat, you're still not going to do it with gold, because nobody will take gold. The world is not created in a manner where gold is a usable currency, or silver. It's not. The infrastructure isn't set up for it. The mindset isn't set up for it. In just the same way as telling people that there is no war, tell people that gold is money, real money, when really what they want is bread and water too, or something of higher value in the situation, which isn't gold or silver. But if you've got it, yeah, for after the fact, when they open it all back up again and brain fuck people into believing now you're okay, now we're going to look after you, we care about you, and oh, look at all that thing that Putin caused. And that's pretty much how it's going to go there. And dumb cunts are going to go, oh, and take everything they fucking say. They won't have anything left. If they did buy gold and the famine got bad enough, you would swap every bit of gold you've got for a single loaf of fucking bread. I don't care how much you think it's worth or how much you're going to stand there like, fuck, I'm going to be a bit of gold for fucking bread. Are you fucking stupid? Go and eat something else then. Go and eat your fucking gold, you dickhead. That's how it's going to go. Because there aren't going to be many people that are going to accept your gold, and the only ones that are going to accept your gold are ones that have been awoken quite a while, and they have a great stockpile of everything, and they can take the gold off you and sit it in a cupboard because they never want it, they don't need it, and it can sit there until everything sorts out and the value is there to exchange again. It'll probably be a gold-backed economy, will it? Nah. No chance. It's going to be still backed by fuck all. It's just going to be digital. It's as simple as that. They're going to bring in a digital currency backed by the banks themselves, backed by the Federal Reserve, backed by the Bank of England where we are here, and people are going to go, yes, yes, please give me some of your digital currency. I want digital currency too. People are stupid. And they'll just keep signing pieces of paper and saying yes to shit that takes more of their rights away. Like they happily show you, and it's part of the brain fucking, they're showing you now that they're freezing all the monies of the Russians. Everybody's for that. Yes, yes, freeze. You do have the authority to freeze and take money away. Yeah, validating the authority to freeze and take money away. It's theft. They do not have the authority to freeze and take people's money away, no matter where they are. And if you'll accept it for the Russians, you've got no alternative but to fucking accept it for yourselves too, have you? You fucking idiots. Because you're letting them do it. You agree, that's right. What can you do? So yeah, it is absolutely fucking bizarre, but the world is fucking stupid, the people are fucking stupid, and there's nothing you can do about it other than learn to protect yourself. Learn to protect yourself by any means necessary. Like I say, we've got things available. We've got unchainedremedy.com, we've got trustassetprotectors.com, and we've got projectjericho.com. Project Jericho is closing the doors really soon. We did have to give them some more time due to their response, and because it's an ongoing and fluid situation, we wanted to get the claim put in a while ago now, but they asked for more time. And you got to understand, when the opposite side asks for more time, if you say no, you're in dishonour. That's just stupid, and now you will lose because you've been an asshole. So they asked for more time, so we've had to give them a bit more time. But the reality is, it's coming to an end. They don't get any more time now, and probably in about a week or so, it's going to be shut down for anybody joining there. But big love to everybody that's in there. There's some absolutely fantastic things to come, and you will be seeing real soon. And the claim itself will be going in, which everybody will be a party to, and people will learn exactly how to do this sort of thing. Unless, of course, we get what we want out of it, and then it's Kali Nikta. Good night all. But anyway, that's what we can do. We're doing the very best we can, as always, and we're giving it full whack. Even though I know everybody knows my ticker, thank you very much. I've been given so much space this time, and it's so nice that I've actually been given the space to start healing. And normally when I've had a problem with my ticker, nobody's really given a shit, and they've still hounded me just the same. But this time round, everybody's been really great, really fantastic, and I really do appreciate it. The ticker it's a day-by-day thing, and I probably upset people a little bit when they ask how you're doing. And people, I know genuinely, people genuinely care how I'm doing, but they've got so many people are contacting me. You got to understand this. So many people make contact with me, and everybody starts with how you're doing, and updating people on a daily basis, tens of people on a daily basis, telling them how I'm doing, is just ridiculous. Hang on, we've got an idiot. You been drinking, mate? There's some strange people about. Wow. So anyway, yeah, I can't update people every time they ask me, and it drives me absolutely fucking insane, because I've literally just said to somebody a minute ago, look, it's heart, it's healing, it's a slow process, it's not going to change day to day. It takes time to heal from this sort of shit. So there's no point in me answering every day how I'm doing, because I'm doing how I did yesterday. It's a slow process, but I'm doing okay. I'm doing okay, but like I say, slowly. But I don't need the stress of people constantly asking me how I'm doing. So I will update every now and again when there's anything to update. At the minute, I'm taking it really slow. I can't do a great deal. I can walk the dogs around the farmyard a couple of times in a day. That's where I am at the minute. I can get in the motor and I can go where I'm going and do what I'm doing, but I don't get out the motor and I don't go wandering off, and I ain't got the energy to go in town, park the car and go around the shops or anything like that. I'm not that well yet, but like I say, it's a slow process, and it's coming slowly. You'll know when you see me doing backflips. But I'm not trying to be shitty when I tell people just stop fucking asking me how I'm doing. It's just genuinely does my fucking head in, and that is stress in itself. It's like, oh God, and you don't need stress obviously, but I am doing really good. So slow process, and just bit by bit, day by day. When there's anything to tell, I'll tell. But other than that, the main thing, the only thing I really need to tell is folks to whacken up a bit. Fuck me. Oh, it's painful. It is painful watching intelligent people getting totally brain fucked by the TV basically, and the shit that's put on the internet. Now I get it, people love these talk shows or whatever's breakfast shows on TV. I'd like to say that they're lying to you, but they're misinformed themselves. I should imagine they're just fully engrossed in it themselves and totally indoctrinated. They've got their jobs to do, and their job is to read the fucking scripts. They're reading the scripts. They believe it's news. They believe they're delivering the truth and news, I presume. I may be fucking wrong. They might be all privy to the truth, and they know damn well they're lying out their fucking arse to fool you. But I believe, in all honesty, that most of the parliament believe this shit. Imagine you got Ukrainian president fucking addressing the English parliament the other day in parliament. Well, hang on a minute, that's fucking treason. That's treason. Even the Queen can't walk in fucking parliament. But yeah, a foreigner can. And no disregard to a foreigner. There's nothing derogatory about the word foreigner. Foreigners are fact. We're foreigners when we go abroad. We can't walk in their fucking parliaments either. But they have it in there. So why aren't the backbenchers and everything in arms there? Well, because they fully believe the shit too. They're indoctrinated. They believe that they're in the back there just making a little bit of pocket money. I don't think the backbenchers earn a great deal, do they? Probably get a fuck ton in perks. But I know they get all the electricity and water and gas paid for, don't they? But in all honesty, it's our own anyway, so you should all be getting it for free if you woke up to that shit. I don't pay for any electricity, and I know I'm off grid, but I do have an electric feed also. And it's my fucking feed. And I have no qualms about putting it on here because it's mine. I don't really give a shit about much that I do. Like, I tell people straight, I'm in my own motor under my own plates, travelling under my own fucking bond. I'm not in their system with it, and I've been that way for probably a couple of years now, hassle free. And it is what it is. It's because people won't wake up to this shit. They're too afraid to do it. And what you find, a lot of people, when they do want to do it, they say, I want to travel under my right to travel, but I'm going to keep my insurance on the motor and change the number plates anyway, so I'm still technically insured. Well, you're muddying your own waters, aren't you? You're making sure it fails because you're staying in their system, and you're trying to technically do something but technically not to, and that's stupid. You're either in or you're out, and if you're in, you've got to be in. You can't be half in and kind of play it safe. That doesn't work, because half in and playing it safe is out. In the eyes of the law, you're not in. You haven't committed. You're not doing what you need to do to be free. You're trying to stay part of their system on a technicality. Do your shit on a technicality. You can't. It will fail. It's been proven to fail. You just can't do it. You're either in or you're out. You're either fucking dealing with your status, correcting your status and standing as a man and a woman, or you want to stand as a person. You got to work this shit out. Where put your hands down your trousers and find your balls, or don't. It's your choices, but you can't be half in, half out. It's just as simple as that. It will muddy the waters. It will make everything fail. So you have to make your minds up where you want to be. Do you want to be a person in the New World Order, or do you want to be a man and a woman living freely in the world, in this construct that we call world? Whatever you believe it to be. It's all fucking vibration and frequency. Whatever you believe, it's vibration and frequency. And if you can't work out what that means, fluff your pillow. Right, anyway folks, I was just going to do a really quick one because obviously I don't want to get too excited, but yeah, it is what it is. So I've managed to come this far and I haven't got too excited. The biggest thing that's exciting me at the minute is my bloody dogs. I got technically two puppies that are Rottweilers. Well, the biggest one's the male is like a fucking beast. He looks like a fully grown dog already, although he's still a puppy. And the bitch is just coming into her first season. She's a little bit older than the male, not that you'd tell because the male's towering above her and twice the size. But at the end of the day, she's in her first season, so it's like a fucking war ground trying to keep the male off the female. She's in a period pants to try and stop him, but oh god, he just cannot. We cannot put them together, and they're keeping us up all night. He's screaming like a child all night long. So tonight I think I'm going to be sleeping in the man cave, so we can actually get some sleep. I'm going to sleep in the man cave with the little man, and let the missus have the little bitch in the bedroom with her, and hopefully she can keep that one quiet, and I'll just deal with the male. But as you can see with the eyes, I look like I'm stoned, but no, this time I'm just tired. But anyway folks, have yourselves a great one. But I will say quickly, on the 3rd season, so probably a while, but on the 3rd season of the bitch, we're going to breed, and they're going to be hellish puppies, and they ain't going to be having any jabs or chips, I guarantee that fucker. So you're going to have woken dogs. Healthy and woken dogs. So if anybody wants a Rottweiler, you just either put your name down or see us asking about 8 months, 9 months how we're getting on, and I'll give updates and tell me anybody interested, and I'll keep a tally of who wants to hear. But in the scheme of everything, everything's doing well, we're cracking on, and that's about it. So I'm gonna bugger off, love you and leave you. Just look after yourselves, don't fall for any of the shit, no matter who's giving it you, and stay the real woke. Not their fake woke that they've stolen. But anyway folks, love you all, catch you soon, and have a good one. Ta-da.